Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how exactly I bought my C5 Corvette at the age of 20. I'm going to show you the entire strategy leading to the point where I actually bought the car and drove it back. Now, I will say I didn't record any of the actual buying because I wanted just to respect the seller. But yeah, I guess I'll just start here by saying this was not a short process. I was actually looking for a C5 for about a year and a half. And seriously messaging sellers for about a half year, right? So I was gauging the market for about a year beforehand, and then for about half a year, I was actually seriously going out there with money in my hand, ready to buy a Corvette. I will say my specifications were pretty specific. I wanted a black hatch manual, preferably an 02 or an 03, and I ended up getting a 02 black hatch manual, but it also happened to be cammed, which is important because I think one of the things people miss is that mods don't add too much value when somebody's selling the car. But if you were going to do those mods anyways, and those mods are well documented, you can actually save a lot of money up front if you don't care that someone else did the work. I actually took the risk and bought this car pre-cammed. It already had all the tuning. It probably had close to, over $10,000 worth of work into it, including labor. But I think the main thing was doing the research beforehand, knowing the problems of the car, seeing if those have been fixed on the car of interest, and then simply just going out there and searching the market. Once I found this listing, it was up for a couple days. Good listings are going to go by fast, so you need to be willing to act efficiently, right? But you also don't want to be pressured into buying. So one of the most important things that I did was get on a video call. And actually, I think I did 2 or 3 video calls with this guy, totaling well over 2 hours, just gathering information on this car because I was going to be flying out of state and driving it all the way back, so I wanted to make sure everything was beautiful. In any case, here was those calls, and I think you guys can learn something by the questions I'm asking throughout there. So I'm going to pull out the highlights, but yeah, I think there's a lot of value in these calls. So yeah, let's get right into it.
I noticed that you wanted to put in an oil cooler. So is that because like the oil temp gets hot?
I wanted to do that for tracking. I never took it to like a road course, but to get on a road course, you probably want to put an oil cooler in there. But no, I've never had overheating problems with it.
Damn. Okay. So what's making you sell it, man?
Yeah, so there's 2 reasons. First is my shop that I have it in it's a little dilapidated, and I really don't want it falling in on it.
Okay.
And I would kind of use the money to build a new shop to where I can, keep a car nice, The other reason is I think I love my boat as well, and
oh yeah, I saw that in the listing.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't got a saltwater boat for you, but I can get you money. Would you be able to maybe if everything kind of works out and we say, okay, this is the go, maybe mark the ad as pending or sold, and I can send you proof of flight or whatever, show that I'm hey, I'm serious.
If you're serious and we can get it done in the next couple weeks, I'm good with that. Yeah, so this is what I've got right now. This is a Maverick 17.
Oh.
Dude, I don't even hit this car and it just fucking pulls, man. Dude, this shit is fucking nice. The heads-up display is just insane for an 02. ridiculous with this shit on my head, but I don't give a fuck. That's shit. That was awesome, bro. Again, I didn't even rev it all the way out. Oh my goodness, man. I don't even think I was matted, bro. This shit fucking pulls. You know, one thing I will say though is, like, despite how fun this car is to like just drive around and race, dude, the cam is a fucking bitch to get used to, especially on the lower RPMs, or if you're just trying to drive around town. It's like basically stage 3 equivalent, so I really wouldn't recommend it for daily use that much. I mean, you could probably get used to it. I also like how this is like a different type of purpose vehicle than my others, right? Because like my favorite car is still the Miata, but it's not because it's like a fast race car, right? Man, shut up. But like the absolute vibes that thing has is just oh my god, it can't be beaten. And also the looks. I mean, dude, I'm sorry, but the Miata beats out the C5 all day. I know people might disagree, but that's just my personal taste. That was the first like mini pull I've ever done. That was like I don't know if it was actually a good race or not, but like I think I was keeping up at least with I think it's an RS6. Bro, this thing moves, yeah, 510 to the wheel, a stage 3 cam, we'll just call it that. It's technically not like in the stage series, but it's got about the same specs as a stage 3, which is why it sucks to just drive around in like parking lots and shit. And yeah, guys, if you want to be able to have these experiences, just to be able to call off of work and fly down to a random state to go pick up your third car, if you follow the general principles that I have, that I explain it in a lot of my videos, you'll have no issue. Take the general advice that I give in my videos about finances, career, etc. Dude, this is not out of reach, man. And yeah, I know I'm not driving like a supercar or anything here, but to be able to have you know, an imported Miata and then a cammed C5 Corvette at 20, as well as a daily, right? And then to buy that all on your own and be in a financial place to where it doesn't even hurt when that money leaves your account. That is exactly what I teach in my videos. And yeah, man, this is just incredible. So yeah, and I mean, dude, as I think there's starting to be a trend where I'm just a bitch for fucking pop-up headlights, man. Because like, look, it literally, like the front, I'm not even gonna lie, from this perspective, it literally looks like an FDRX7. Although, I don't know, I kind of like the sleepy headlight look a little bit more, because during the daytime, these kind of look ridiculous. I mean, at night they look cool, especially with the LEDs, but I think that might be an upgrade. I think with this car, the eventual goal is to make it sort of the drift build, because it does have a good amount of power. It's obnoxious, and yeah, I think it's just overall a really good candidate for drifting. It's after air ride too, because I also want to slam it on its nuts, but I don't want to sacrifice ride quality that much. So, oh my god, and look, we got a C6 behind us too. Oh, it's an old man and lady. I'm building up the garage, y'all. I know a lot of people say don't like talk about your next steps to other people, right? And I'm kind of guilty of that. Like, I was telling my friends, like, yo, I'm gonna get a C5 within the next year. But the thing is, I don't think it's that big of a deal if you actually stand on business, you know what I mean? Discussing your plans with people, and as long as they're open-minded, maybe they can give you a new perspective. Maybe they can, you know, open your eyes. Because, in fact, actually, this kind of happened to me. Like, I was saying how I wanted a C6 at first, like, about a year and a half ago, right? But, one of my buddies put me on the C5. He's like, yo, you'd probably like this better. And anyways, he's like, you'd probably like this better. And because I was open, and again, open-minded people, of course, that's the caveat here, they were able to open my eyes. This actually might happen in other areas of like your life, in like career or finances, right? Like, if you just always are to yourself, that could be good, right? But it also leaves you vulnerable to not looking at other perspectives. Dude, old man's getting down in the C6, bro. See, but then, you know, I'm looking at that time, like 4.5 hours left, and then reality starts kicking in. You know, you gotta have some fun in life, of course, and you gotta get this, you know, going. But then no one likes to show you that right after these things, you gotta go right back to work, whether that be an actual job, whether that be school, whether that be business, social media. Like, life keeps moving, man, and like, you just kind of wish these moments could live on forever, you know? Just like, and I guess that's why people look forward to retirement. But at the end of the day, I think that you need to have a really good balance, and you got to enjoy every single moment, because you're not always guaranteed for it to last, you know? I mean, shit, I have, you know, 320 miles, and, you know, anything can happen within those 300 miles. Even after I get home safely, life starts going back to what it used to. I'm gonna have to go back to my classes, back to my job, back to trying to manage everything else I got. And that's, I think, what a lot of people don't show in these type of videos, you know? But unfortunately, it's the brutal reality, y'all. So again, the lesson with that is enjoy every moment, take it all in, don't let life pass you by, jump on opportunities when they present themselves. That's another thing, guys. Know what you're looking for, and don't be afraid once you have established that to actually act on it. Because if I hadn't acted on this, man, I mean, you know how easy it would have been for me to just scroll past this Facebook listing, for example, and not message the guy and just be like, well, I could find a better one, or I could find a closer one, or maybe that's closer to the eventual spec that I want to get, or maybe I want one a little cheaper. But once you know what you want and it's in your range of you know, the requirements that it needs to hit, whether it be, you know, a job opportunity, an opportunity to buy something, a property, or even just to, you know, start something new with your business, right? Or take a new learning opportunity, right? Anything like that, y'all. Make sure to take action, because that's how people live without being alive, is by being stagnant, not taking action. So the lesson today is take in every moment, and be sure to act on opportunities, and don't be afraid, because none of us are making out of it alive anyway, so might as well enjoy it while it lasts, right? And make the most out of it. Make the most impact you can. So yeah, that's my little segment for this. I don't know if I'll have anything else at the end of this video, but just wanted to share y'all that, some, you know, drive thoughts on my way back on this 900-mile drive. So I appreciate all the support, y'all, and yeah.